Hello everybody, it's Zack Rhodes for another weekly update. So as I have been for the last 2 weeks, I'm just going to start off with something. I'm not going to get into current events this time. Just want to say one thing, I guess, is that one of the biggest opponents opponents of progress is apathy. When things stop trending or, people start getting tired of stuff as they do, because that's just human nature, that's when progress stops sliding. So, keep trying to do the little things at the very least. There is a fatigue that you get sometimes. Not everybody's able to keep going full steam ahead, but doing little things is better than apathy. Apathy is just forgetting or ignoring, and not doing anything, and that's when progress starts sliding backward. So just keep that in mind. I don't have big fancy speeches, and I don't think I'm in a position to give big fancy speeches. But just remember, to try to do things in your own little way. And be good to each other, please. So going on with the weekly update, though, I realized that the past 2 weeks it was 10 minutes at least of talking, but I'm not words. I'm not words. But try to do things that you feel are important. And vote. Primaries are coming up in a few places. My state's primaries are in about a month. We actually just got mail-in ballots last week. So yeah, try to vote, please. It's important. It's very important. And if you don't live in the U.S., you're still allowed to vote, just not for this country. Please vote for the representatives of the governments in your countries that you think will have the greatest chance to enact positive change. Thank you. I know that sounds very obvious, but some people just despair and they don't do it. And when enough people despair and don't vote, that's when change doesn't happen. It's unfortunate. But we gotta keep trying, Anyway, so yeah, this week. This past week, let's see, we had the most important week of Final Fantasy VII remake. It was the Wall Market week. Cloud in a Dress. The Don Corneo scenes. And I was not disappointed in the slightest. They went above and beyond, and if you didn't watch it, I would highly suggest at least watching the last 2 episodes, because those are the crux of the event. Episodes 39 and 40. Good times. In Trails in the Sky, we're in Chapter 3 now, and I'm actually learning how to play the game, so that's cool. Let's see. The streams for this past week, we did Animal Crossing visits and stuff. It was very fun. And also we started Xenoblade, which I'm actually surprised at how many people showed up to that. I really thought it was going to just be another one of those things where it's just me and my brother talking to each other. Yeah, so we started Xenoblade. We got to the end of the Colony 9 story block, Chapter 3, essentially, things went down. So I'm looking forward to, on this Wednesday again, playing some more. This Tuesday, the Animal Crossing stream is going to be special. Hopefully it will be a mixed stream. Annalisa left my town, or asked to leave my town today. I'm so excited. I've been trying to get her to leave for months. And finally, she was doing the thinking thing. She's like, I'm thinking of going elsewhere to broaden my horizons. I'm like, da 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 da. It was great. The song actually was playing in my head. Ode to Joy, just booming. And because of the timing, tomorrow she'll be in boxes, as the kids call it, and the house will be gone on Tuesday, which means that Tuesday not only will be a visiting stream, but it will also be a trying to find a new villager stream. I'm hopefully going to be having a special island visiting guest on for Tuesday's stream, so I'm not going to make it a villager finding only stream. It's going to be a mix. The problem being, like, that's probably going to just make it a really long stream, so I'm probably going to do some visiting stuff in the beginning, and then do you know, I might spend just like the beginning of the stream actually, where I usually just have like a lead up like cleaning up my town. I might just do that beforehand and start the stream off like the first 30 minutes, 20-30 minutes that I usually do. Start it off trying to find a villager. If we don't get someone within that time frame, do some visits, and then lump the villager search at the end also. But I'm definitely going to be having people island visits at some point as well. So yeah, look forward to that. It's going to be a great stream. I'm really excited. I'm actually like asking people outside the streams, like asking people now, like, hey, during the stream, can we come visit? Because I can be annoying. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to get like special guests during the weeks. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let's see. So that was for this coming week. Everything else should be normal. Final Fantasy and what's it called? Final Fantasy and Trails in the Sky videos should all be going up as scheduled this week. I have nothing going. There was a PlayStation event. We'll get to that in a little bit. But let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else. For art and stuff. Oh, in Persona 5 Royal, I got to the end of the original game, I believe. I killed God, so that was cool. Let's see. And now I'm up to the extra content from Royal. And it's pretty crazy. I mean, the end of the game, just like the static end of Persona 5, like the final boss and everything, wow. The fight was like, but the finale, wow. I'm not going to talk about it because people like myself probably haven't gotten up to it. Some people just play slowly, even if the game's been out for a few years already. When I played the first time, I got up to Futaba's palace and then stopped, and then like picked it up like a year later, and then got up to the end of Shido's palace and then stopped, and then got up to Mementos and then stopped, and then that's where I actually stopped. So like Royal, I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish it. And also I'm on the track to get a platinum in that game because they changed the trophies to be more forgiving and not be like, read every book, max out every confidant, even though I did actually this time max out all the confidants on the last possible day that you could. I was like, no, I'm not going to make it. He's there! I can talk to him! It was great. So yeah, I have maxed out everything except for Kazumi because we didn't start that part yet. But yeah, it's great. I'm really looking forward to beating this game. I'm going to try to do it this week, probably. But yeah, so this past week was Jumney's birthday. Wrath of Jumney Man does art for Proton John and just really good art in general. Cool person. So I drew for him his character is, I don't know, Jumney with an I believe. But yeah, so birthday drawing. I really like how it came out. It's kind of hard to see, but it came out better than it's showing up over here because of the light, but Yeah, I like it. Also, Korikiro. This is the most you're gonna see of this picture, but I've been drawing art for Luca. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Another picture that I did was Misei Nella's original character, Kitaku. She's like I don't know, she seems to be like a rogue or something, but she's really cool. I like her. I drew her, so yeah, Misei didn't see her yet because she hasn't checked Twitter, but it's only a matter of time. I think that was the only art that I did this week. Yeah, so those three things, that was over the course of the week. I'm going to start working on Patreon drawings this week, so that's going to be great. Man, last week also our air conditioning broke on Saturday night, and we couldn't have a guy come in to fix it until Wednesday afternoon. And it was in the high 80s each day. So we were dying for 4 days. I streamed on Tuesday through the heat, and it was something else. But yeah, that was awful, and the air conditioning is working now, and I'm very happy. Excuse me, sorry if I'm clearing my throat. For some reason, when I've been, anytime I eat anything now, like coffee or anything salty or anything not salty, like I can't pin down what it is. I start getting like a huge amount of mucus going down the back of my throat. Like my nose doesn't get stuffed. It gets a little stuffed, but it's because I'm talking a lot. But like my nose, like airflow is good. But for some reason, it's just like globs of mucus going down my throat. I'm sorry this is too much information, but it feels like it's some sort of allergic response, but it's to all food. And it only happens after I eat anything. And I don't get it. Blowing my nose doesn't help because it's all the way in the back. So I have to see what's up with that. But it drives me crazy because I just feel the mucus there. Mucus. It's a great word for something like that. Mucus. Something that Tim would probably fixate on. Mucus. Let's see. So... let's see, is the Itch.io bundle still going on? Yes, for 1 day and 14 hours and 24 minutes. I'll put a link in the description, but there's Itch.io, itch.io, I don't know, I call it Itch.io. A bundle for racial justice and equality. It is a bundle with 1,659 games. Real games, like Night in the Woods and Celeste and A Short Hike and a whole load of other stuff that I've never heard of before. But it actually has, but it's not like Steam keys, it's like direct download. And they're raising money for the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund and the Community Bail Fund. The minimum amount for you to give to get all the games is $5. You can obviously give as much as you want, but so I bought it and it's great. But yeah, regular $9,205. But you can get all those games for $5. So I highly recommend getting it just because there's a lot of really, really cool looking stuff on here. Oh, they added Arcade Spirits, nice. There's Minute. Like I don't even know Anodyne. I don't even know how I can go through all of this and like pick out what I want. Like Cat Lateral Damage. Some really crazy sounding names too, but they have Pico Nico's on here. Wow, Devolver added games to it. That's cool. And I don't know, like there's a lot of really indie games here that sound cool or like are geared more towards, I don't know, genres that you just don't see. Quadrilateral Cowboys on there. My friend took me to a feline therapy place for my anxiety, and I'm starting to wonder where the cats are. That's the name of a game. An illustrated light novel about dealing with anxiety, cats, and gender feels. So yeah, there's just a lot of really cool games like that just, I don't know. A lot of like everything. I don't know. I would highly suggest just looking through it and seeing if there's a game there that tickles your fancy. Because if you want to get at least one of them, $5 for that one game that you want is still very much worth it. Yeah, since this is like on itch.io and not necessarily just Steam, I think that they can be more free with their content, not in terms of like graphic content, but just in terms of, I don't know, I'm not gonna say not family friendly, but not the norm, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It seems like it's just a lot of creativity. Pyre is on there. Supergiant added stuff. That's cool. But yeah, I wanna, like, at some point I'm thinking of maybe doing like a stream series where I just play, kind of like what Stephen George does, just play like a few minutes, like 20 or 30 minutes of a bunch of games that people pick out or that I pick out, because there's just so much here. And if I did that, if I wanted to go through every single one of the games that I got through this, even if I did like 5 games, a stream or something, 6 games a stream. Hey Google, what's 1,659 divided by 6?
The answer is 276.5.
So that would last me like 5 years. 5 years if doing it one stream a week for that. So yeah, it's a lot. It's more video games than anyone could play, but I'm gonna, again, link is in the description. It's going on for another day and 14 minutes. They already raised $6.5 million. So I think that it's just really, it's really nice. It's either 634.5 thousand contributors out of 6.5 million. So that's what the average person donated $100 then. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so I highly recommend it. Excuse me. Again, just have that right in the back, right where it's annoying. Let's see, so yeah, we did Animal Crossing. Yeah, the Animal Crossing streams were fun. We had Chiaki and Chiaki and Chiaki. We had Prixie. Good stuff. Let's see. Water and water. Oh man, I got a crazy email. I'm not going to read it out here because it's just a giant wall of what the heck, but if you want to go on Twitter, I put up an email that a guy was, like, I used to get it as YouTube messages until they closed YouTube messages, just saying that I should hire this psychic to get an idea. It was very strange. Let's see. Alright, and then PlayStation had its event. So, we'll go over that in a second. We'll go over it right now. So let's see. What I wrote down anyway. I don't know if I got everything. The PlayStation 5 event where they actually showed off PlayStation 5 games that are all going to be, most of them are going to be releasing holiday of this year or next year. Excuse me. I hate this. The door is ringing. Sorry. So there is GTA 5 Enhanced. It's turning into Skyrim. They're just going to port it to everything now. There's going to be Spider-Man Miles Morales, which seems to be not its own game, but an expansion of the Insomniac Spider-Man game. It looks really nice, though. Gran Turismo 7. Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart, which looked really cool. Insomniac is just very busy this year, I guess. It was all these things just looked fantastic for PS5. A Square Enix game that I didn't catch, it was Project something with an A. Looked interesting. Sackboy: A Big Adventure, which was like Little Big Planet crossed with Super Mario 3D World. Like, it wasn't a side-scrolling platformer, it was a 3D platforming type of thing. It looked really nice. I'm just happy to get more Little Big Planet style stuff. Destruction All-Stars, which looked like it was a Destruction Derby and Fortnite or something. That's how everyone was calling it. A cool game called Kenna Bridge of Spirits. I don't know. Goodbye Volcano High, which looked interesting. Oddworld Soulstorm, which is always good to get an Oddworld game. Ghostwire Tokyo, which I think was announced before, and it just looks really crazy. Something The Far Shore, it was like Jet or Jeft or something, I don't know. It was very hard to see the logo, but that looked interesting. Godfall, Solar Ash, Hitman 3, which people were happy about. Astro's Playroom, which was like, the Playroom was the PS4 demo to demo out the, this is gonna drive me crazy, to demo out the DualShock controller. So this looks like it's going to be another demo for the DualSense controller. It looked very cute. It looked like a Mario Odyssey style thing. A Little Devil Inside, which also looked neat. NBA 2K21. Bug Snacks, which was weird. A Demon Souls remake. Deathloop, which is a Bethesda game. Village, which was Resident Evil 8, so that's exciting. Pragmata, I don't know. Horizon Forbidden West, which was a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, and it looks really cool. It looks really cool. I'm really happy that they made another one, and it seems like it's going to try to be some sort of launch title for the PS5. And they announced also for the console, which interesting in and of itself looking. There's going to be two versions of the console, a digital edition and a disc edition. I'm assuming that the digital only edition will be cheaper, but it will not have a disc drive, which is bold. I'm sure GameStop is very happy to hear that. Yeah, so I don't know like how they're going to. I mean, it might be quieter because it won't have to read discs, but like the disc version will be able to play Ultra HD Blu-rays, so the other one obviously won't. So like that's a knock against it, because something that Sony has been doing for the past two gens of systems has been Blu-ray, DVD and Blu-ray usage. The PS2 was a DVD player, the PS3 was a Blu-ray player, and the PS4 is a Blu-ray player. I think the PS4 Pro can also play UHD stuff, so I don't know why they want to try to go away from it. Probably because they can get more money if you buy it straight from the store, from the PlayStation Store. I'm just hoping that since it would be, digital only, that version comes with a ginormous hard drive. Because if you have to download all the games as opposed to reading it off a disc, that's going to take up a lot more space. So they didn't say anything. We'll see. Maybe it'll be cheaper. Maybe it'll just be like, the disc version will have a smaller hard drive or something. But I don't know. I can't see them using hard drives as opposed to solid states. Like disc hard drives as opposed to solid state drives. But yeah, the look was very interesting. There was a lot of memes. And I made one. I pasted a Shelder's face on it. And the internet took off with that. And it actually got more popular than that Uno meme that I made 6 months ago. So that's something. And it keeps breaking. I had to mute the tweet on the same day that I put it up because it was just destroying TweetDeck. And it keeps breaking TweetDeck and showing up anyway. But yeah, so I did this. I just put a Shelder's 2 eyes and a mouth, and the tongue. That's it. But that's what it looks like on its side, by the way. That's the disc version. You can kind of see what it would look like forward. I don't think it looks as terrible as some people are saying. I don't think it looks fantastic. I think it's an odd, if not bold, design choice. It has very few ports on it, like in terms of USB and stuff, which kind of stinks. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, right now the tweet has, excuse me, 9,188 retweets and 36,571 likes, seen by about 1.5 million people on Twitter. Like, people keep coming, people keep saying, like, hey Dovey, I'm seeing this posted in this Discord group or retweeted by that person. Like, this showed up on my timeline again, Dovey. It's fascinating to me to see the reach that something stupid like that goes. Haha, I got something. I'm so sorry. This is the content you subscribe for. But yeah. So I made it again. Oops, I did it again. I made a big meme. Got retweeted a lot. Although it didn't get retweeted as much as the Uno one. The Uno one got retweeted like 11,000 some odd times, but it's 10,000 likes more than the Uno meme, which means that my top 3 contributions to mankind currently are the PS5 Shelder, the Uno meme calling out all the games that I own that I don't play, and Kirby being a local good boy saving the world from Super Smash Bros. So yeah, those are the things that I contributed to this planet. So now I'm just going to be the Shelder PS5 guy. That's all I'm going to be known as. Say, when, like I said before on Twitter, when I go up to heaven and God asks me, what did you do with your life? And I'll say, I put Shelder on a PlayStation 5's face. And he'll go, that's all I've done with my life. But yeah, it's hilarious to see that blew up immediately, which was crazy. Whereas the art that I do, that I put hours into, I literally put 30 seconds into cutting Shelder's body away and then moving it onto the face. Literally 30 seconds. And then the art that I do that takes hours does not get any sort of recognition. But such is life. I did pass 1,300 followers on Twitter, so thank you for that. Because people follow me because of memes, and then they forget to unfollow when they find out that I'm actually not funny. Like, at all. I try to get them to follow my art account, because that one at least is consistent with content. But no, you're just going to get stupid retweets of dumb memes. Let's see, anything else interesting? Alright, we saw more about Paper Mario Origami King, and I need to think more about it because it looks like the battle system is not great. The bosses they introduced are very silly. There are partners, but they don't seem to be permanent, so I don't know what to think about that either. But also, I did make it into a Kotaku article, though. So that was cool. With my thing. I had a feeling that I would. I've made it into Kotaku articles before, and that's not like something to brag about, I guess. But my memes have made it to Kotaku in the past, is what I'm trying to say. And Persona 4 Golden is on Steam now, which is pretty crazy. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you very much for sticking around, for watching me, for being the good people that you are. I really do appreciate it. Like, I know I feel like I don't say it enough, but like, especially over the past couple weeks, obviously I'm not one of the people in the world that's been having trouble, but it's been a weird couple weeks, and a few people have like taken the time to say like, "Hey, Dovey, how are you doing?" Because like I was not doing well in a few places, and I don't. that doesn't go over my head that you're like reaching out to see how I'm doing. Like, I appreciate that immensely, and it surprises me every time. Not because that I don't expect it from you, but because I don't expect it in general. Like, not that I don't think that you care, but like, I don't know, it's weird. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is I very much appreciate the people that like are proactive, because that's not something I usually am, and I feel bad. But thank you for sticking around. Thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for doing the little things that you can to make the world a better place. And here's to good times. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth 4 with the weekly update. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.